Hi, everybody. This is Massimo Nardi, and I'm here with my colleague, Ricky Crocos. And we are here for the second Technicolor Live. And we have here with us...
Yeah, it's going. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Hi, everybody. This is Massimo Nardi, and I'm here with my colleague, Ricky Crocos. And we are here for the second Technicolor Live, and we have here with us. Sorry, can you take out the audio? I can't talk with this. Can you stop the audio? Ricky, can you stop the audio, please? Technicolor Live, and we have here. Ricky, I can't with this, please. The audio, I can't. Ricky, can you take off the audio, please? The audio. Okay, sorry guys for the inconvenience. So we are here for our Technicolor Live, and here we are with Ricky Crocos and Tom Witney, one of our volunteers. And we are here for Technicolor. For those of you who haven't been following us before, Technicolor is a live event that was going on in Redbridge Central Library in Ilford. And with the events of COVID-19, we decided to bring it online. And it's hosted by Positivist. And for those of you who don't know Positivist, Positivist is the largest community-based HIV charity in East London. We provide free services to people living with HIV who either live or access HIV care in East London. These services include peer support, counseling, group activities, and welfare and benefits advice. Our services are still operating, so if you're interested in accessing these services, please do get in touch on our website. We also provide free HIV and STI testing and sexual health advice to people across East London. While we have stopped our face-to-face services for now, you can contact us on our website with an email or on our live chat for sexual health information and advice. If you live in London and need a test, you can also order a free testing kit from www.shl.uk, and you can get condoms for free or for a reduced price from freedoms-shop.com. So, as I was saying, tonight we are here with our great volunteer, Tom Witney, and we are discussing the film Weekend by Andrew Hay. The film is about two guys who meet in a club at the beginning of the weekend, and what is supposed to be a one-off becomes something more serious and evolves through the weekend until the end of the weekend where they go their separate ways. So hi Tom, how are you?
How are you, Massimo? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. So can you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and what you do and your work about a relationship and HIV?
Yes, of course. So, as you said, I'm a volunteer with Positive East. I've been doing volunteer work with GMI and Positive East since, I think, 2009, which suddenly seems like a very long time. But I've been doing outreach and also a lot of testing recently. One of the other things that I've been doing with my time recently is a PhD at the Open University in sociology. And one of the, the subject that I've been interested in is, as you said, HIV and relationships. And specifically, I've been doing a study with gay and bisexual men in relationships where they and their partner have different HIV statuses. So one partner is positive and the other is negative. And that's sometimes referred to as serodiscordant or serodifferent or magnetic. Lots of different ways of talking about it. And really what I've been interested in the research is what's it like these days to be in a relationship like that? What's the everyday experience of being in a relationship, and kind of how does that work in the day-to-day?
That's great. So we all watched the film Weekend, and what do you think about the film? Do you think that it reflects how gay relationships are really like? I was thinking especially about the protagonists, Russell and Glenn, that seem to have quite opposite views about relationship in the gay community. And Glenn thinks that gay relationships should break away from the heterosexual model, let's say, and be a political statement, while Russell thinks that everybody sees love in their way, and a relationship is a personal matter, and already loving somebody which the society tells you it's wrong to love is a political statement. So what do you think?
That's a really good question. It's you know, I think it is an ongoing kind of debate at the moment, isn't it? And especially thinking about, you know, the fact that we're in Pride Month, and there's the question of, you know, how as a gay man should you live your life, and how should you you know, do your relationships. And it was interesting when they were having that discussion about you know, what's the right way to be in a relationship. That, you know, there within some of the things I looked at for my PhD, there's the idea that, you know, you can have that freedom to create a relationship that works for you, and you don't have to worry about you know, what society says a relationship should be like, and that you have that kind of creative freedom to do what makes you and your partner happy. And that's the most important thing, you know, not what anyone else thinks, it's what matters to you. And you can definitely see that, you know, in society more broadly, but also thinking about gay relationships specifically. And then also, you know, the guys in relationships that I was talking to about their relationships, you know, they said, we don't really know whether what we're doing is, you know, the right way to do it, but it's what works for us. But then on the flip side of that, if you don't have a kind of pattern to relate to, if you've got if it's completely, you know, your own idea, it can become a little bit difficult, because, you know, you're wondering, like, well, actually, is this the best way for our relationship to work? And if you don't have a kind of yardstick to compare against, then it suddenly becomes a little, you know, people can start to feel a little bit lost as to, you know, whether things are going well or not, or is it me, is it our relationship? And so there were some really interesting links between the kind of things I've been thinking about in my PhD and the film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So we were talking about your thesis, and gay relationships and gay couples were at the center of a scientific study that was conducted between 2010 and 2017. And according to an article published on The Lancet, which is a prestigious scientific magazine. The study enrolled 782 different gay couples, so couples in which one partner is HIV positive and the other is HIV negative. And it was in 14 different countries in Europe. And during that period of time, the couples reported 76,000 and more acts of condomless anal sex, with no case of HIV transmission within the couples. And this brought to the breakthrough discovery of U equals U. Can you tell us what U equals U stands for and what does it actually mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so U equals U, or you might also hear about treatment as prevention or TASP. So that all kind of talks about the same idea. And U equals U stands for undetectable means untransmittable. And undetectable means if you are positive, but you're taking HIV treatment that's working, and it's keeping the virus at such a low level in your body that the normal tests that the medical profession will do can't pick up the virus. It's so low that it can't be detected. So that's the first U in U equals U. And then the untransmissible means exactly what you said about the partner study in the Lancet, showing that if you have an undetectable viral load, it's impossible for you to transmit the virus sexually, even if you're not using condoms or any other form of HIV prevention. The treatment and the undetectable viral load alone means that you can't transmit the virus. So in terms of, I guess, what that means for the guys that I spoke to in my study, one of the things that meant for them was that in the day-to-day, when they were thinking about their relationship, when they were thinking about their life together, they didn't have to worry about HIV. They didn't have to worry that the negative partner was going to become positive, and that was something that they felt was really important, and they wanted people to more people to know about U equals U, and the fact that if you're positive and on treatment, as more than 90% of people are in the UK, you're not going to transmit the virus to anyone, and that can have some quite big implications for stigma, for how people living with the virus kind of feel about themselves, and not having to worry about transmission was a really big thing for them. The other thing that kind of relates to U equals U, and then brings us back to kind of the work that we do at Positive East, is around testing. And it kind of means it's even more important that more people know their HIV status, because the more people that know, and the more people that are on treatment, and the more people that are undetectable, the fewer people that can actually transmit the virus, and that may have an impact on the epidemic. And it could even, some people have done some clever mathematical models, and they think, within a certain number of years, that it could stop the epidemic entirely.
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah, it's a great breakthrough. I mean, and it's a pity that a lot of people doesn't even still know about this, and it's great to have this platform on Positivist website to talk about that. So, Ricky, do we have any questions from the comments?
Oh, you're on mute, Ricky.
Yes, I am on mute now. Sorry.
That's okay.
No, I don't have any questions from the public, but I have a question to Tom, because you contribute towards the research of GMI about sex during the COVID-19. And GMI is a partnership between Metro, Positive East, and Spectra. Can you tell us a little bit about the partnership or about the research and its findings?
Yeah, sure. So I know that GMI were involved in doing a survey to see if the lockdown had any impact on people's sexual activity or their sexual behaviour during the lockdown. And let me just see how many. It got quite a more than 750 responses, so quite a nice big sample. And it certainly looked like a lot of people were reducing the kind of activities that they were doing. So reducing using the apps or reducing hooking up. But that I think it was 41% in the survey said that they were still having some kind of sexual contact during lockdown. So it's interesting because I know I've seen like Dean Street and some other places saying, this is a really good time to test for HIV, to test for sexually transmitted infections, because if you've not had sex for a few weeks, if you're outside of that window period when an infection might not be picked up, that this is a really good opportunity to test. And that's certainly true for the 60-odd% of people who haven't had any sex during this time. So it's a really interesting picture on kind of how dramatic the changes from lockdown have been, not just on your everyday life, but on people's sex lives as well.
Oh, that's great. So if we don't have any more questions, I thank everybody for watching us. Sorry for the inconvenience at the beginning. It was quite a moment, and I'm sorry if it looked a little bit over there, but we are learning to do this on the process, so probably it will be better next time. I would like to close reminding you guys that Positivist is still offering their services. So anybody who's living with HIV and living or receiving their care in East London, they can contact us. We have peer support workers who can help deal with your diagnosis. We have an advice team that can give you advice on any kind of matters regarding money management to benefits and things like that, immigration and so on. We have a team of fantastic volunteer counselors who can help with that as well. And if you need to have a chat about sexual health, if you have any doubt about regarding HIV or STIs, you can always contact us on our website. We have a live chat that goes on from 10:30 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday. And one of us will be happy to help you with any questions you might have. Otherwise, you can call us as well. Our number is still attended. So, and somebody will pick up the phone between working hours from 10:30 to 5. And our advice line is open as well. So feel free to contact us, and me and Ricky will be with you next month for the next Technicolor Online. Thank you, Tom, for being with us. And thank you, Ricky, for the help. So see you next time, guys.